Here are 25 genera that previously had more species than how much they currently have today. Squalus. This is the genus of dogfish called spur dogs. But in the past, it formerly contained most of the sharks, like the great white shark, the tiger shark, and even the basking shark, which was originally the biggest living fish. Lacerta. Initially, almost all lizards were put in Lacerta, like iguanas, and even agamas. But what's solved on an open wound is that the genus previously had almost all reptiles, like crocodiles, gharials, and even the extinct Mosasaurus. Antilope. This genus formerly had all antelope species, from elands all the way to the cattle like wildebeests. A pile of salt to an open wound is that it previously had the pronghorn too. Coluber. It originally contained almost all snakes, like cobras, pythons, and even corn snakes. Bufo. This genus was the previous genus for all toads, once containing species like the Javanese toad, Bufote's toads, fire-bellied toads, and even the now invasive giant toad. As a fact, this is why the last one was called the bufo toad. Capra. This goat genus was actually the original genus for antelopes, like the blackbuck, the alien-like saiga antelope, many gazelles, and even the gemsbok. Previously, Capra was named ibex. Vultur. This genus only has the heaviest living predatory bird, the Andean condor. Initially, however, it was the genus for all Old World and New World vultures, from the griffon vulture, all the way to the lammergeier. But what puts salt on open wounds is that the giant harpy eagle was once put in Vultur. Elephas. As of right now, the only species in Elephas is the Asian elephant, but historically, it featured the African elephants, which were previously thought to be a single species, the currently invalid new elephants, as well as the extinct elephants like mammoths, and Paleoloxodon. What is insult to injury is that the mastodonts and stegodonts were previously put in Elephas too. Cervus. This was the previous genus for all deer, like reindeer, moose, and even muntjacs. The pile of salt to the open wound is that the giraffe was formerly put in Cervus. Rana. This was the original genus for all frogs, like the bullfrog, the green frog, and the Goliath frog. It also historically had all toads, from the European toad to the badly invasive giant toad. Camelus. This genus only contains the dromedary and Bactrian camels, with a third species, the wild Bactrian camel, sometimes considered a subspecies. But once upon a time, it also featured the llamoids, like the llama, alpaca, guanaco, and even vicuña. Felis. This is the cat genus that is responsible for the rise of the domesticated cat breeds. However, it was the previous genus for all cats, ranging from lynxes all the way to tigers. Vivera. Right now, only 4 species of civets are put in Vivera. Historically though, many cute but deadly predators were added like the ratel or honey badger, the aardwolf, which is a tiny hyena that eats termites, and even other civets. Ursus. Just like Vivera, there's only 4 species added to Ursus, and it did previously have more bear species. But what's insane is that the wolverine and European badger were once put in this bear genus. Also, the raccoon, as salt on open wounds, was also included. Canker. Canker is responsible for those edible crabs, and it formerly included other crabs. But the insults to injuries were that it also included cray-crays and lobsters. Bos. This is the genus full of both domesticated and wild cattle. But in early years, it featured unrelated hoofed mammals like wildebeests, the muskox, and the takin, which are all cattle wannabes. Bison, although previously included, are sometimes added to bos. But some cattle, like buffaloes, were previously added to bos. Canis. This is the genus responsible for the domestic dog breeds. But in older days, it featured the Volpes foxes, the Culpeo, and even worse, hyenas, which aren't related to dogs. Annas. As of right now, Annas only holds ducks, but originally, other waterfowl like geese, swans, and even tadornines were added to Annas. Crocodilus. Formerly named Crocodilus, this is the official genus of just crocodiles, but it previously contained slender-snouted crocodiles, alligators and caimans, as well as gavials. This is the genus responsible for the domestic pig breeds. But formerly, it had more pigs like babiruses and warthogs. However, pig ripoffs called javelinas were initially thought to be true pigs. And as salt on open wounds, capybaras were thought to be pigs too.
What's wrong with these guys?
Tragulophus. The antelopes in this genus are called spiral-horned antelopes. While initially placed, elands are sometimes placed in Tragulophus, but other antelopes, like the nilgai, were once added to the genus. Strix. For a long time, Strix was the OG genus for all owls, formerly containing species like the snowy owl, the eagle owls, and even the ever-popular hooter, anguis. Anguis is a genus of only slow worms, a type of legless lizard, but many wannabes were at one point part of this genus, like limbless skinks, worm snakes, and even sand boas.
Rhinoceros.
The only species added right now are just the one-horned Asian rhinoceroses. But back in the day, the other 3 species were added too, as well as extinct rhinos like the woolly rhino and Stephanorhinus. Mews. The mouse genus originally had other rodents like rats, guinea pigs, agoutis, pacas, and even worse, some ground squirrels. There we go, everyone. Well, those were 25 genera that previously had more species than much they currently have today. If you enjoyed this video, then please punch a like, subscribe,